Oh my God. Hi everybody. I'm Topher, and this is my PowerPoint party. That song you just heard was some of my friends. They're a band called Super City. They're a local Baltimore band. They played at my wedding. Wow. Um, so I'm a little out of breath because I just ran to the fridge to get another beverage.
Nice.
The original name for this show was Topher's Drunk PowerPoint Party, and Highwire said, "Hey, maybe that shouldn't be like the name of the show," and that's fair.
It can still be the body, the soul of the show,
It's still
though.
the theme.
It's the subtext.
Yeah. So this is my PowerPoint party. I love TED Talks. I have a lot of friends in my life who have gifted me the ability to just spew like words at them about things that I love, whether it be superheroes or professional wrestling or Digimon and Pokemon. Pikachu's cool too. And I wanted to give that to my other friends, give them the ability to just spew words about things that they care about to me. And they're going to do that in the form of PowerPoint presentations. But it's America, and we got to make everything competitive. So we're going to gamify this. We have some judges, and we're going to judge the best PowerPoint. And the winner tonight will be gifted with the prestigious title of PowerPoint Craig. If this was like a YouTube video that I could edit ahead of time, I would have had like a graphic come up. This was it, PowerPoint Craig. So the winner will be PowerPoint Craig. But before we get to our presenters, I would like to introduce our judges. So if our judges could please turn their videos on, that would be very lovely. Oh my gosh. Hey guys.
Hey.
This is so exciting. For those of you who do not know, we have Michael Furr and we have Alicia Lee. Can you guys say hi, introduce yourselves? Tell me a little bit about who you are, what you're about.
Would you like to go first?
Oh, no, you first.
Oh, why, thank you. My name is Michael Furr. I'm 41. I'm a stand-up comic and improv coach from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm very judgmental.
And my name is Alicia Lee, and I am from Baltimore, Maryland. I like flying kites, Beyonce, long walks at Patterson Park, and I cannot wait to be sassy and judge this competition.
That is great. I appreciate how dedicated you guys are to judgment. I think that's very important.
You're welcome.
It's a lifelong commitment.
I do not believe that Michael is 41. I refuse to believe that. Because he, other than his beautiful gray whiskers, he's a young-looking boy.
40 is young. I'm 40. 40 is young, Michael. Tell him.
It is. You're
That's
right.
right.
I'm so sorry. 40 is young. I apologize.
Thank you.
I just turned 30, so I'm already feeling like
30? That is so young.
I feel
Wait,
like
maybe 40 years old.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up tomorrow and you'll be 40. It's all downhill from here.
And Alicia, I appreciate that you said you like long walks in Patterson Park. Some people would have said, "Oh, I like long walks on the beach." No, we live in Baltimore, baby. We're city people.
Yes, that's right. And I'm lying. I don't like long walks at Patterson Park or flying kites, but yeah, I do like to judge.
It's fun. It works. Are you? So what? Before we get started, what are you guys looking for in a PowerPoint presentation?
I've been thinking about this all day. I mean, if you had asked me when I was 30, 10 years ago, I would have said it was the fonts. It was the color choice, but I've grown, I've evolved as a 40-year-old person. And now I know it's about the heart. I'm looking to get directly to the spirit, if you will, of the PowerPoint.
Perfect.
Yeah, I want to go on a journey. Like I want a beginning, middle, and end. I want story. And I also want a little bit of charisma. Like, you don't read this PowerPoint, perform this PowerPoint.
I love that.
I really like that. That is beautiful. So without further ado, I'm gonna one by one, I'm gonna introduce our guests and have them say a little bit. First off, we have the amazing, the talented Hannah Jeffrey. She literally just wants to go last, but I just want to introduce her. She's not going to perform it yet. She just is going to be introduced.
That was terrible timing on my part.
No, that was perfect timing.
It was perfect timing, actually. Yeah.
I'm very nervous. Hi!
Hannah,
I'm very nervous.
tell us a little bit about yourself. What is
Yes.
PowerPoint?
So since 40 is young, I am a fetus. I am 27 and honestly really looking forward to my early 30s, my late 30s and my mid 40s because I really think we're all living just to be elderly anyway. Elderly people have it the best. So that's me, just a 27-year-old nervous to give a PowerPoint. I work. I
hope we're recording this so we can all show up at Hannah's 40th birthday and play this shit back.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, great.
Okay. Brian, say please press record.
Yep. But yes, I am a waitress. I am a home organizer. I am a comedian. I want to say I'm a writer, but I don't do it enough to say it's my job. So I am also a mother to my dog.
We were all like on the edge of our seat because we're like,
is this how Hannah
wait a
announces
minute,
her
when
pregnancy?
is this a pregnancy announcement?
It's been a long COVID.
This better be about a plant.
You could totally.
Is she about to blow up a forest with a gender reveal?
Yeah.
Had Irish twins in the space of the COVID.
No. No.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Hannah. Thank you for being Hannah as well.
Thank you.
We're
Thank
very
you guys.
excited. We're very excited to see your PowerPoint.
Excited to be here. Thanks.
Up next, we have the very educational. I want to stress how educational this woman is.
Hi.
Alexa Shuto, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Alexa. I am even more of a fetus. I'm 25 years old. I am a stand-up comedian. I am an improviser. I am a middle school teacher. Love and life. Oh, and I'm also, for the purpose of this show, I am a conspiracy theorist.
That is both foreboding and ominous, and I can't wait for more details about that. It's very exciting. Thank you so much, Alexa. Did I pronounce your last name correctly?
You did actually. It's like shoe. It's like shuto. It's like
Perfect.
Shoe and toe. It's Italian. It's spelled very, very similarly to prosciutto. I feel kind of bad about that because I don't like prosciutto at all. And prosciutto is a Sicilian cured ham, and my ancestry is Sicilian, and it's my name. So I really feel like I'm betraying my whole family.
My Italian wife is in the other room. Could you please keep it down?
Keep it down. Yeah.
Listen, I am Italian, okay? If any Italians are going to be disappointed, it's going to be my actual Italian family. Also, whom I don't have a relationship with. So they're actually already disappointed in me. Also,
So now you know why, Alexa.
So we're not on great terms.
It seems warranted with the ham thing and all. It seems warranted.
Yeah.
I'm also not close with my family, also because of ham.
Deli meat. Deli meat. No one's talking about this.
If
Deli
Michael
meat
and I have anything in
ruined.
common, it's our disdain for certain types of ham.
So over-salted processed meats ruin a lot of families.
That's right.
It's an undiscussed topic.
Valid
We need to
point.
alert
Well,
Dr.
They were like, Alexa, we don't give a shit who you have sex with, but this prosciutto thing.
The prosciutto thing. That's where I draw the line.
It's going to break up a lot of families. Well, Alexa, we're very excited to see your PowerPoint. Thank you so much. We'll see you a little bit later.
Yeah.
And now, last but not least, I want to introduce my new rock climbing buddy, because we rock climbed once about 2 weeks ago, and she filmed me rock climbing, so now I feel like we have a very strong connection. Also, she is my my holiday parade co-host. Please welcome Jenny Van Osdol.
Ah!
Yay. Wait, am I supposed to clap? I don't know. But yeah, once you film it, that's when it's official. So
I'm officially a rock climber.
Riveting filming. I saw you zooming in, you zoomed out. It was really great.
I want to say the finish was in frame when I filmed. I'm like 95% sure.
It was. And then I said, I think I landed and said, shit.
Yeah, you did.
Tired.
Yeah.
I was very tired. So
Yes.
you
what a perfect denouement to the film.
Exactly. Jenny, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience with PowerPoint?
Oh, sure. So I am not a fetus. I'm a little older than Topher. I say it only because everybody else has said it so far, so I feel like I'm required to. I am a high school teacher and I rock climb. I'm a good dabbler. I dabble in a lot of arts and crafts. And I'm an improviser. And I feel like you asked a specific question that I didn't answer other than tell me about yourself.
Your experience with PowerPoint?
Oh, that's right.
Cool. My experience. So in general, pretty experienced, but I'm using Google Slides today.
Ooh.
I've done a Prezi. I did a Prezi in grad school and everybody was very impressed. That was the only time I think I impressed anybody in grad school. So I did a Prezi. But my first memorable experience with PowerPoint was when I did a presentation in high school about the legalization of marijuana. And I spent a lot of time customizing the background because it was this like cloudy looking thing and I made it green and then it didn't work. On the day of the presentation, it came up as blue and I was like, this is stupid. Like I was so mad. Presentation rocked though. My teacher liked it.
That's good.
But I couldn't get over it. I was like, it's blue. It's not supposed to be blue, like every slide.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jenny. We're very excited to see your PowerPoint.
That sounds like some very expensive marijuana.
Yeah. I recently found a man on TikTok named Luca International who he makes t-shirt designs, and he like all of his t-shirt designs are requests from people in the comments, and they're all like just joke garbage designs. Okay. And the most popular design that came up recently was a t-shirt that just said in like Comic Sans font, legalize it, with a clover leaf. And I think that is a wonderful idea. And now I just want that t-shirt. That's what she meant when she said legalize marijuana, right? It's about clover leaves, right?
That sounds like a great way to get fired from work.
It was absolutely not about clover leaves.
Also, that would be a great St. Patrick's Day shirt. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, so how this is going to go, you guys, as judges, I'm a judge as well. You're probably wondering what the fuck is going on here. I'm sure that was the first question you had. I don't know. We are going to have some PowerPoints. Jenny is actually going to go first. She's going to present. And we are going to give our harshest judgments, and we're going to give a number at the end between 1 and 5 of the PowerPoint. Each one of us will give a number, and we'll add those scores up. In the end, we will have PowerPoint Craig. Now, as Michael, you're a comedian. Mm-hmm. Alicia, you're an improviser. You're both hilarious and very funny.
True.
Those are the same word, hilarious and funny. But I want you to feel free to interrupt. I want you to ask questions. The questions, maybe we'll save the questions for the end, but feel free to make some snarky comments. Really just
twist my arm.
Yeah, exactly. You guys seemed very on board with the judgment process. So just feel free to really heckle the shit out of them. But we will see their PowerPoints, and then at the end, we can ask them some questions, and then we will give our judgment. And at the end, we will have our grade. So are you guys ready?
Absolutely. And I just want everyone on this show to know I'm not going to be any harder on any one particular person, especially not Alexa, even though she totally deserves it.
Fuck you, Michael.
That's fair.
Sounds like an invitation. I don't know. That seems very sweet.
Yeah,
like a very sweet
I was.
I want it. I'm a fucking masochist. Bring it on.
Quite lovely.
That's very intense. That's energy that we want to save for the PowerPoint.
Yes, if we could keep the romance to later.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah, please.
Oh, God. I'm romantic 24/7. There'll be plenty for my presentation.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna do some. We're gonna have some PowerPoints. So please give it up for Jenny Van Osdol.
Oh, right. I'm going to teach you about Niels Bohr today. He was a Libra, he was a scientist, and he was a motherfucking hero. He also looked like that. Eyebrow game on point, depending on the era. So he is best known for winning the Nobel Prize in physics, his atomic model, having a name that sounds like boring, and a model of the atom that some students don't enjoy learning. And when they really like it, I get really suspicious. I don't know what they're up to, but it seems unnatural to enjoy it as much as some students do. These are examples here around the edges. So Niels Bohr was born and raised in Denmark. He founded the Institute for Theoretical Physics, which is important, even though it sounds boring. He lived in England, worked with a bunch of people who were very important to the atom. And he fled Nazi occupation of Denmark and worked on the Manhattan Project, yada, yada, yada. So some dates to put things in context. He was born in 1885. He won his Nobel Prize in 1922. Your beautiful faces were blocking the year. Hitler, this is also related, was appointed the Chancellor of Germany in 1932. And in 1943, he escaped Nazi arrest and he got to be friends with Einstein and a bunch of other cool people. And it looks like they're sharing something that they smoke in this picture. I think it's a pen. But I like to believe in my heart of hearts that it's something else that they are holding.
What else do you think they're holding, Jenny?
I think they're holding maybe a cigar, maybe a little weed, maybe just the canister for a whippet, you know?
Just doing Hindi crack. Just Einstein drooling like as he listens to Mo. Just
You don't just discover like quantum physics.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that's a natural state of being. So quantum physics, theoretical physics, just invented little tiny things that nobody else can see. But look at how cool they are. Lounging.
This feels like a rom-com, like them pulling up to the gas station, getting their whippets, heading back.
Classic romantic comedy.
I really appreciate the description of physics as tiny little things you can't see.
It is.
That's spot on.
I mean, it's accurate as far as my understanding of physics go as a theology major at a Catholic college.
I majored in creative writing. I think I can speak on that. I would say correct. Yes, it is correct.
Yeah. And my music degree definitely qualifies me as an expert in this. So I'm
much physics.
That Jenny's right. She's dead on. She's dead on.
Thank you. So also, this is not also on the opposite end of the spectrum are Nazis, right? There's like cool people in Einstein, and on the opposite side are Nazis. And here is a picture of Niels Bohr. He hated Nazis. And here is Werner Heisenberg, who called himself a German patriot. But I think we all know what that means. He insisted he did not support the Nazis, and yet he was trying to build an atomic bomb for them because he thought that either Russia or Germany was going to take over Europe. So why not just support Germany, right? It's still in Europe, and that didn't go well. And it was really heartbreaking for Niels because he had mentored Heisenberg when he was like coming up. And they both won physics prizes, Nobel prizes in physics. And so big bummer. They had this meeting that didn't go well. Meanwhile, Niels Bohr was in Denmark at his Institute for Theoretical Physics, where he got to just bring in people who are trying to escape the Nazis and give them a job like on another continent, including Lisa Meitner, who discovered fission. which is dope, and James Frank. I don't remember what
Did you
he
say
did.
she
It was
discovered
something-
scissoring? What did you say? What did she do? I missed it. I'm so sorry.
She's credited with nuclear fission.
Got it.
So
Fission.
the science
thing.
behind like nuclear power and
Got it.
nuclear bombs.
She
and
discovered
just-
fission from the Avengers. Remember? Didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you watch?
It was-
Did you watch WandaVision?
Yeah,
It was very
WandaVision
good.
was my favorite Disney.
I thought it was Agatha all along, but sure, whatever you say.
It was very good.
But like Lisa Meitner here, she's also a really good dresser.
Yeah.
Right?
That dress, the cut of the dress.
Yeah, for back
Out
in
of
that
her
time, she is dressed very slutty.
She's
Yeah.
our Ariana Grande of her time. I think
Yeah.
that's what.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That
She's
is
a
a
high
very
pony.
thank you next pose. So
yes,
Yeah.
it's the high pony. Did someone say that?
high pony.
It's the high pony for me.
Niels, my bad. Niels and Werner had this conversation, and afterwards, Niels would not speak about it. He just said it did not go very well. And then Heisenberg told his own version of the events, which were very forgiving of him. So Niels eventually had to set the record straight, and they wrote a play about it called Copenhagen that won 4 Tony Awards, and it premiered on Broadway in April 2000.
I
don't know
really thought
anything-
Copenhagen had one extra letter. This is a shock to me. This slide, shocking.
Extra letter?
Yeah, I just always assumed there were 2 P's in Copenhagen. This is wild. This is wild. Jenny, please don't let me interrupt you. I'm learning so much.
Oh, I'm so
Honestly,
glad.
if
I'm
there
so
were
glad.
2 P's, 2 N's, 2 A's, an umlaut, I would be like, yeah, that looks right.
That looks right. It looks like an
Mhm.
IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
there's no like dots. Is that what the umlaut is?
Umlaut,
Yeah, it's a little-
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, there's none of those.
Strange.
Shame.
This is
Shame.
amazing.
Yeah, but this is just about like that conversation, and it's done in this like expressionist kind of thing. I guess I knew a little bit more. But another thing that he did, so in addition to saving people and having this conversation, he also saved 2 Nobel Prizes from being taken by the Nazis, and then he recast them after the war. And it was actually somebody else's idea to dissolve them in this stuff so that the Nazis didn't realize it was gold, and they just thought it was like piss in a jar. But then after the war, he like recast them and gave them to these 2 men, Max von Lau, who was just opposed to the Nazis, was just shit talking them all the time. So, he was a target. And then James Frank again. He was Jewish.
Are we concerned about the color of pee in the 1920s?
Yes. Yeah, because they turned like this
peed in a
orange
jar.
color.
They're
Yeah,
very
if I pee in a jar,
dehydrated.
nobody should think it's solid gold. That is
No.
this might explain the Nazis period.
Yeah.
Maybe they were all poisoned. This
Oh.
seems very disturbing.
I want people to look at my urine in a jar and think it's like Crystal Light at the worst.
I wanted
Right.
them to think it's water.
I mean, that's the best case scenario is they would think it's water, but like if they're gonna think it's anything other than water, I'm going for like Crystal Light.
Because if your mom walks into the bathroom after you forget to flush and says, "Honey, did you pour some iced tea down the toilet?" We got to get you to a hospital quick.
I mean, I had kidney stones once. It just looked like a jar of Arnold Palmer. I mean,
Yeah, that is bad. So if it's like looks like gold, looks like molten gold.
It was like dissolved. So it was actually a more disturbing color. It was like an orange.
This is we've literally unlocked a piece of history here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow.
Yeah.
They needed to drink more water.
Yeah.
This is what
Mhm,
happens
it's
when you
true.
don't drink water.
If
You
Nazis
become
would
an
not
idiot.
have happened.
Yeah,
just
you
drinking water.
become a racist idiot when you don't drink enough water.
Agreed.
I'm glad
Yeah.
we're learning today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that
Helps.
biology or is that physics? Drinking water.
Well, drinking water. I think that's biology.
Thank you. Okay.
I think it's-
Chemistry's related.
chemistry,
but
yeah.
Biology.
Chemistry,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So, in addition to helping other people escape the Nazis and saving these Nobel Prizes from Nazis taking them, Niels also escaped the Nazis in a rowboat when the Nazis broke into his house. He was 56 years old when this happened. He escaped in a rowboat over to Sweden, And then he convinced the king of Sweden to offer open refuge to Danish Jews and any political opponents before he would leave the country, because America was like, come here, give me your science. And he was like, not until the king of Sweden agrees. Some people say he didn't actually make a difference, but he tried. And
He made a difference. This is incredible. Did they write a play about this one?
I think so. And I feel like it should be.
Missed opportunity. Creative writing, Michael Furr.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah, he escaped in a rowboat. He brought this like beer bottle with him that he thought had heavy water, which is necessary for like physics research. And then after he was in the belly of a bomber all the way over to the UK, he got like put in the hospital for reasons. He like lost oxygen in the flight. He opened up the beer bottle and it was just beer. Like he had carried this beer bottle in a rowboat to Sweden in an airplane, like like he was laid down in it and it was just beer.
I thought you were going to say it was piss. What a relief.
Oh my God.
So where's the Nobel Prize?
Oh, so they left the Nobel Prizes in the Institute of Theoretical Physics, like just in a jar so that nobody would fuck with it. Just a nasty.
I also love America's catchphrase of that era, which is "Give me all your science." I love that.
I mean,
that's very accurate.
That's the exact opposite of America's catchphrase today.
Yeah. We don't want any science.
Yeah.
Fuck your
science.
Yeah.
Fuck your science. Yeah. And in America, he worked on the Manhattan Project. He says that, or he said, I guess he's passed away. He said that he didn't do, he didn't actually contribute that much, that he was like the mascot for the lab because he felt like past his prime. But something he did do in 1950 is he wrote to the United Nations saying that there should be an international cooperation on nuclear energy and nuclear research. And Winston Churchill said that he was a security risk because he was just going to spread out bombs to everybody. And he was like, no, like if everybody knows the thing, then everybody could use the thing. And so nobody will use the thing. But in the end, his legacy is on a chart like this.
I don't know. I think
atomic model.
Churchill was onto something
there. He's limited to this atomic model in theory where there's all these people, and he's the only one that looks like a Simpsons character.
Yeah, what is that about? It's the piss.
Jaundice, just jaundice.
Yeah,
all the piss beer. Yeah.
Oh,
and that is a short history of Niels Bohr.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you so much.
For scoring, I would like you guys to write your scores down or put them on your phone. Just hide them away for now. We don't need to see them just yet. But give Jenny a score from 1 to 5. While we're doing that, any questions for Jenny? Jenny, thank you so much for your presentation.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was a lot more educational than I was expecting.
I know, that's why I wanted to go first. I was so nervous. I was like, I think I fucked up.
Great. It reminded me of did you ever see Assume the Position on HBO? It was like they did 2 specials where it was, I think he was a history professor. I can't remember his name. But
is this on Late Night Skitomatic?
Yeah, I think so. But it was like it was like the precursor to TED Talks, where he was giving this like comedy show about history to like a history class of college students. And it was so educational, but also very funny and very entertaining. And Jenny's reminded me exactly of that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. But any questions for Jenny?
What did your love of Niels Bohr start? Did it start when you were in school and you learned about him, or is this something recent?
I thought he was just like a boring old white guy when I learned about him first, in school, because it's just like, here's another name you have to remember, but it rhymes with something, so you have a shot. My interest actually came earlier this year because I was trying to find like personal stories behind some of the stuff I have to teach, especially like the Bohr model, which I don't know why we still teach anyway. And as I started reading, I was like, holy shit. And I started crying. Like I was very moved I was a little afraid / anticipating that I would start just sobbing during the presentation. Because he's just, he thought of himself as just this old guy who you know, kind of helped other people in his own way. Didn't really think he would have that big of an impact, and then he did.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. I felt like this has to be turned into a musical. Like your exploration of it, the Manhattan Project. I feel like that's a jazz number. I feel like there's just so many musical. Could you give us 2 titles of songs that might come from this musical about Mr. Bohr's life?
Yeah. Don't drink the beer.
Don't drink the beer.
Nice.
In quotes, the beer, because that can be a lot of things. And Churchill can go fuck himself. That's
And very inspired.
Yes.
This feels like the next
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yeah.
My only question, I have technical questions because as I was telling the group before we started, I just had a very big PowerPoint presentation for work, and they really emphasize fonts and font point sizes and like spacing. So I'd love to know, what's your favorite font? And then what's your favorite type of transition for PowerPoint slides?
Okay, I can do transition first because it's none. I hate them. I hate them so much. I feel like they fuck up my system. I just boom next, boom next in your face.
Bold transition.
On a scale of Einstein to Nazis, how much do you hate transitions?
I'm not sure which.
Einstein to Nazis, that was the scale of
yeah, I don't know which one is hate. I mean, Nazis are hate, obviously. Okay, I don't want to say Nazis though.
Oh, that's too much. Yeah, let's move on from the question.
Yeah.
I'll go German
That's
patriot.
Think about
German
it.
patriot, because it's
perfect
It's
answer.
totally different from Nazi.
Perfect answer. Right.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, exactly.
Different. It's called something different.
But my favorite font, I don't know why Baskerville Old Face is coming to mind first.
Ooh.
But
yeah, this is wonderful.
Beautiful.
Thank you for that. Jenny, thank you so much for your presentation.
Oh,
we will see you a little bit later. As Jenny leaves, I do want to give my
brilliant. Yes.
It was so good.
Yeah, really
I do
good.
want to give my favorite quote from the presentation, which was, "On the other side of the spectrum, we have Nazis."
I like that.
So that was great. So up next, we didn't really let people know exactly what order they'd be going into, but we're gonna go with Alexa next because
Alexa!
Hannah did say she wanted to go last. So
Alexa, shoot up!
uh-oh. We can't hear you
We
at
can't
all.
hear you.
You're muted.
I'm sorry. I was just talking about how I was going to move the bottle of vodka because my students are certainly going to find this.
That's fine. In the spirit of spirits, I'm going to just go ahead and just do this right very close to my mic.
Oh.
So this is a American Mule, Southern style. It is bourbon whiskey with orange and cherry juice, natural ginger, other natural flavors, and caramel color.
It seems like it would taste like a burp.
It's like basically they're like Moscow mules, and they have lots of different ones. But my favorite part
that's making me think it tastes like a burp.
That's
Well,
very
since we're sharing what we're drinking, this is a wild berry seltzer from a Giant. Ingredients include carbonated water and a natural flavor.
It's my favorite type of flavor.
Yeah, I hate.
And for legal reasons and for tenure-related reasons, that's the only thing I've had to drink this evening.
Get that tenure, girl. Yes, get that tenure.
Before we get started on the presentation, I do have a question. Alexa, what's your favorite unnatural flavor?
My favorite unnatural flavor is banana extract.
Oh, that's a good
fake
answer.
ass banana. That bullshit banana tastes nothing like banana, but I love it. I love it. Banana
like an now and later.
Nobody else wants it. Halloween, everybody gets banana fucking Laffy Taffy. What do? They give it to me because I love that shit. They don't want it. I do.
Now we know what. Now we know what to do with all those Laffy Taffies in our basement.
Give them to me. Send them to 1138 Falls Hill Drive. That's where I live. I shouldn't
The
have
students are
said
gonna be hanging out there tomorrow morning.
Everybody, please dox Alexa now.
I just doxed myself.
Do you have a PowerPoint presentation for us?
I do.
Does it have your social security number in it?
No, but my students have definitely found that, so I'm not worried.
Oh my god! Are these middle schoolers or carbon
forensic science?
Who are they?
Teaching Mission Impossible?
They're
What's going on?
They're just middle school students, but they are. See, here's the thing. I ended up being like a teacher who's in her 20s. So like how that goes is I'm a little bit relatable to some kids because I'm only a decade older than them.
Yep.
So
perfect.
I'm almost the same generation as them.
Good.
So we're like kind of on the same page.
What
anyway.
generation? Do they have a name for middle school kids? Do they have a generation name yet?
Oh yeah, they're Generation Z. They're like the end of it, but they're Generation Z.
Yeah.
Like they say things like yeet, but not really anymore. Yeet's kind of done. Now it's more of the sheesh. Like that's what they do.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna give my presentation.
Please do. Thank you so much, Alexa. We're very excited.
This is how the movie Cats turned me into a conspiracy theorist by me, Alexa Shudo. So this is a true story. This is a real thing that happened to me. So just for reference, this is me, a real picture of me before seeing the movie Cats. As you can see, recently I've gotten a master's degree. I am finished with grad school.
Congratulations.
And as demonstrated in the picture, I know how to research reliable sources on the internet. You can see me there searching peer-reviewed sources. I know what a good source looks like. I have a large pile of books written by some people who are very smart. For example, scientists, and those are their facts. There's a big book, all of their facts, every single one. As the sticker suggests, I am inoculated against COVID-19. I'm not about that shit. I don't want any novel viruses in my body. Before seeing the movie Cats, I could be described as a very intelligent person. Now, we're going to get into the next thing, which is me after seeing the movie Cats. This is a real picture of me after seeing the movie Cats. That on my head is a tinfoil hat, which I made myself to avoid the government tracking my location. I do indeed experience frequent homosexual tendencies, and I blame those tendencies now after seeing Cats on cell phone signals, for example, 5G. I have an iPhone XR. It still uses 4G. I refuse to upgrade because I saw the movie Cats. I am extremely untrusting of any political figure. I don't care what political party they affiliate with, Democrat, Republican, green, marijuana, whatever. I don't fuck with it. As demonstrated by my mask. So irregardless of party affiliation, also, I use the word irregardless. I didn't use that word before I saw the movie Cats. But this is what I'm like now.
Can we stick on the slide for a second?
Sure.
So the title of the slide, did you mean to say how I be after watching the movie Cats?
I meant to say me, but the thing is the M and the B are pretty close together on the keyboard.
Oh, that's
yeah, there's only an N
some
separating.
You can see here that I used the correct M, but see, after watching the movie Cats, I forgot where the M was.
Yes,
That's wow. That's beautiful. I like that.
And it's all Tom Hooper's fault.
Yeah,
you're just singing memories to a time where you could use the keyboard correctly.
That's right. That's right. So I'm sure you're all wondering how.
Yes.
So
how does the movie Cats, produced by Tom Hooper, take someone from this, a smart person with a master's degree with a bunch of scientific books and knows how to research things, and turn them into this?
Yeah.
How indeed.
An example of someone who just doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
The vaccine wore off. I can get COVID-19 again. All because of the movie Cats.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you. See, the movie Cats has a lot of problems. You may describe it as a catastrophe.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie. And there's a lot of reasons why. Reason number one, the animation. It's really bad. Especially in the Gumby Cat song with Rebel Wilson. What is this? Look at the mice. Look at the roaches. This is
the
1995 tier animation. And it is the year 2019. Yeah, I know it's actually 2021. But the movie came out in 2019. And like we were still pretty good. Like in Toy Story 4, they were really flexing with the water, right? Like when the rain fell. The water has always been Pixar's flex. Okay. Even in 1995, water, like they had the drops falling against the window. It was their flex. And now it's really their flex. Like since Moana, which wasn't Pixar, but I think they all do it. You know, it's all the same shit. And like in Toy Story 4, they were really like, yeah, we know what to do with water now. Okay, well, Cats doesn't. Okay, Universal is not fucking caught up. Look at these mice. Look at these roaches. That's some shit I could do on FaceApp. Okay? This is not it. This is not it. It's really bad. Reason number two, the accents. They had non-British actors doing British accents. And Taylor Swift in particular. I was absolutely disgusted by her attempt at McCavities, not they. It wasn't good. It ruined the whole movie for me. They should have taken the time to teach these fucking seppos. That's what they call us in Australia, if you didn't know. They call us seppos. It has something to do with septic tank, rhyming with yank, which comes from Yankee anyway.
Dare.
Like they could have taken the time to do accent training. Like that's a whole thing. They didn't do it. And I could tell they didn't do it. If they did do it, it didn't work. It wasn't good. Reason number three, inconsistency, fallacies, and feet. All right. Why do some of the cats wear clothes and other ones don't? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Some of them are wearing vests. Some of them are wearing hats. Some of them are wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Why? It is not acceptable for humans to go out. Some of us with shirts on, some of us not with shirts on or with pants. Why would the rules change for the movie Cats? Also, where the fuck are their buttholes? Cats have buttholes. These cats don't have buttholes. No one gave them buttholes. There is rumored to be a butthole cut, but it's not been released.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know where it is.
Butthole cut.
Release the butthole cut.
Release the butthole cut, Tom Hooper.
Restore the butthole verse.
We want to see buttholes.
Yeah.
Lastly, and this is very nitpicky, but why do they have human hands and feet? It really bothers me.
Valid.
It upsets me. It upsets me that furries will watch this movie and furries would be like really excited for it, right? But then by the end, they would just be disappointed because they don't actually look like cats. But then there's the feet people. And the feet people just went in and they were just hoping to see a musical. But they ended with something that they can jack off to. Because these cats have human fucking feet, and I'm really upset about it. And I really wish that they would have just given them paws, because it's falling right in the center of the uncanny valley for me. And I just don't like the idea of picturing my own cats with feet. Okay.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of picturing the feet people getting porn when the furries were clearly promised the porn by the title.
Yeah, you know justice for furries.
Yeah.
That's not okay. You know what I mean? When we make a promise, we have to deliver.
Right. Like the furries came into this and they were really hopeful. And they walked out of that theater so disappointed. They were really excited to get popped for indecent exposure. And they didn't even get the blood flow to their organs to commit that crime.
Awful.
I really hope my students don't find this.
Can we acknowledge the fact that there may be some furries that are into feet?
Not human feet.
Not human
That's
feet.
true, but it's kind of like it's not a double dipping. It's just kind of like you took the chip and dipped the other side.
Okay, so those Venn diagrams are two separate circles.
Yeah, they like paws.
Yeah. Like you're getting one and not the other. You're either getting furry satisfaction or feet satisfaction, but not both.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's, yeah.
Quentin Tarantino, not a furry.
That's right. I mean,
Probably.
if you are a feet person and a furry, that's kind of a curse because like animals have paws, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you can like them both, but in the moment, you're choosing. Right now, I'd like a furry experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like identity is
Yeah.
fluid. You know what I mean? You definitely can like both, but I came for the fur. I'm looking for paws.
Uh-huh.
Right. So you're only ever going to get one at a time. You're never going to get both.
Right. I mean, if you like paws and feet, I feel like that means you're just like into science experiments. And I don't know what that
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I would like to note the framing of the text on this slide. Phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely perfect. The incredible 10 out of 10.
I am a teacher.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so PowerPoints, that's my thing.
That's okay.
All right. So anyway, there are no buttholes.
No,
I'm really upset about it.
This animation is better than the animation in the movie.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I mean, it's a low bar. All right. So the question everybody has got on their mind. What does this have to do with conspiracy theories? Well, I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you. How did this turn me into a conspiracy theorist? Well, this movie should have been good.
Mhm.
Surely it should have been good. It had a lot of assets, right? It had plenty of assets. For example, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
Just to name one. He's a genius. He writes music and his music fucking slaps. Okay, Jellicle Cats. I don't know what the fuck that means, but God, does it give me serotonin? Okay? Like Jellicle songs for Jellicle Cats. I don't need to know what it means because it slaps. And that is why Andrew Lloyd Webber is world renowned and he's a fucking genius.
Agreed.
In addition, the plot sucks, but who cares? Yeah, sure. Cats is a musical about a cult of stray cats that have a singing competition like The Voice, but the prize is you get reincarnated, except you might get surprise disappeared by Idris Elba.
Correct.
But the music makes up for the weak storyline. No musical has a good plot, okay?
It's true.
There's a fantastic cast. I need my drink. It's water. The cast features Idris Elba,
Delicious.
Rebel Wilson, Jason Derulo.
Does he say Derulo in it?
Yes. Jennifer Hudson.
Delicious.
And introducing Francesca Hayward.
Oh.
And that's it. Nobody else.
Agreed.
Ugh.
I don't see any more talent. I didn't see any more talent on the list.
No more. No more.
Yeah.
But with all these ad sets, why didn't Cats wait? Why didn't Cats wait? The animation was rushed. The non-British actors weren't trained. Every problem in the movie could have been solved by just taking the time and being patient. So why? Why did we release this movie so early? Why did we do that? Waiting until 2021 or even 2020 would have been the most senseful, that's the word I made up, decision. Unless is it possible that Universal Studios had reason to believe that movie theaters would be closed 1 year later? Could that have been the case? Because Cats was released in December 2019, just months before the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. The only explanation as to why they released the Cats movie so early is because they knew that there would be a global pandemic just months later. If they didn't know about that movie, they would have taken the time. They would have corrected the mouse animation. They would have made those cockroaches look like insects, but they did not take that time. And for that reason, I believe that the pandemic was planned by the government, and Universal Studios, a large corporation, would know that that's happening.
Tell it.
Because if they didn't, they would have released that movie in 2020 or even 2021.
Absolutely.
And that is why I believe that COVID-19 is a pandemic, and that is how Cats, the movie, got me there. Thank you for your time. Stay woke, sheep.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Alexa.
Thank you.
Very quickly, are there any questions that we have for Alexa on her presentation?
My only question is, at the end of the movie where they, spoiler alert, they put Grisabella into the balloon to send her up to the Heaviside layer, and then at the very end they cut to that she's still in the balloon. Do you think she's still in that balloon?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
I think she's still in the balloon the same
just
way that
put her
many
in-
of us
Yeah.
are still in the balloon. How many months have we been told that this is getting better? How many months have we been told that the vaccine is going to cure everything? Since January. And here we are still in the balloon. When are we going to get to the Heaviside layer, Michael?
Yeah.
That's what I
When are
want
we
to know.
going to get to see our friends again?
I'm
That's what
waiting
I
by the
wanna
Russell
know.
Hotel. I'm waiting.
I literally just wrote the governor a letter saying, when will we get to the Heaviside layer?
Up,
John Mayer, Brandon Scott, just keeping us there, keeping the mask mandate on. Baltimore City, the only county that can't have fun. We got to keep our masks on. I cannot clean and press at my gym without a mask unless I go to Towson or White Marsh.
Ugh. Disturbing. Wow. But I think everyone should send a postcard to Brandon Scott today that says, we are tired of living at the Russet Hotel. We want to go
That's
up,
right.
up.
You went out. Up.
Don't be a McCavity.
No. Well,
Yes, you can.
Alexa, thank you so much for your
Brilliant, Alexa.
We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We will be back with you very shortly.
Bananas.
Thank you again. As we move into our next and final presentation, just a nice out of context quote from Alexa's presentation that we loved. What are we doing with this 1995 Toy Story ass bullshit?
Yeah.
I think that really encapsulates everybody's feelings.
Yeah.
Alexa, if you're able to stop screen sharing.
Those were the opening remarks for my divorce proceeding.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
I feel like we're learning a lot about Alicia right here.
Sorry, but
I say
thanks for reminding me. I appreciate it.
You're fine.
I say that anytime I see anybody who got work done during the pandemic, I'm like, what is with this 1995 Toy Story ass looking shit?
Yeah, I most people that walk out of plastic surgery clinics look like Buzz Lightyear, so that's very fair.
If they're lucky.
Yeah, if they're lucky.
See now, this is the image of the Friends reunion, and they're like that.
Ah! Also hosted by James Corden.
Yeah.
Conspiracy.
He's the worst. No, that's
Anyway,
just
The
that.
worst. The worst.
The worst.
we do have one final presentation.
All right.
Please give it up for Hannah Jeffrey.
It's Hannah Jeffrey.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I gotta share my. Oh no! I did the wrong thing.
Yeah, you can keep your video on.
Did the right thing. Whatever you do.
It's
I'm gonna-
this.
I'm gonna mute myself while I pee and get another beer.
So
Yeah. No.
Do
Take your
not do
time.
it.
Keep going.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, yes, babe.
Okay.
Oh, look at all those letters. So many letters.
So, yeah, I was worried that I misunderstood because I'm not teaching anybody anything. Also, I guess you can't see me, can you?
Did you turn your camera off?
Yeah, your
I
camera's
can't.
off.
I can only show one. I'm on an iPad, so I
Yeah,
can only
this is
show
fine.
one thing at a time. But that's
Yeah,
okay.
I think your message will seep through your words and your images.
Mhm.
I hope so. Okay. Thank you all for attending this PowerPoint presentation using Google Slides. Welcome to The Bachelorette, finding a suitable suitor for my female dog daughter. My name is Hannah Jeffrey. I have a bachelor's of arts in journalism, and I am a badass bitch. Also the momager to Patsy Poo Jeffrey Symbolic. Patsy Poo on Instagram. She is my daughter. I carried her to term. I spent 30 hours in labor with her. We adopted her. And she is the light of our lives. My partner, Pete, and I are raising her together with strong values and convictions. But we also understand that we can't give her everything. We are only capable of giving her so much. I think a lot of parents out there can understand that. So just some stats about Patsy. 4 to 5 times a week, we are stopped by men at the bus stops around our apartment building to ask how she keeps her coat so shiny and if she has any babies on the way. So she is a hot commodity, especially in our neighborhood. She's at the top of a lot of lists. I'll just say that. She has over 100 followers on Instagram, soon to be many more. So if you're not yet at Patsy the Poo on Instagram, she weighs in at 46 pounds. She is a baby woman standing proudly on her 4 little paws. She also isn't afraid to take care of herself. She makes sure to spend ample time caring for her skin, her fur, her paws. She's a strong believer in defunding the police, particularly the Baltimore Police Department. To that note, she has never been in a car accident.
Oh, wow. Wow, she's very responsible.
Indeed. She's a fashion icon.
Look at that.
Now, many people would blame me and my partner for shoving our dog, particularly a pit bull who we rescued off the streets and we're not sure of her past, into little sweaters. And that's my skirt that she's wearing. We share it. We're the same size. But truly, this is Patsy's doing. She made it very clear to us from the beginning that she is a fashion icon, a fashionista, and she will be treated as such. Patsy actually has gotten better. She's gotten more good as time has gone on. So as you can see, as time has increased, her amount of good has also gone up.
Wow. Wow.
I can see that.
So when we think about what we're looking for as parents, my partner and I decided on 3 main things. Companionship, someone should really be with her as much as possible. She loves attention. Stability, she needs someone who will keep up with her and won't leave her hanging in a moment's notice. And she won't be having any more babies.
Oh.
Here are some things that we thought would be really great for her potential mate to possess. Let's peruse these things. If any names come to mind, just start to picture the ideal mate. All right. Our first bachelor is Wishbone. You may recognize this handsome devil from his 90s, 2000s hit Wishbone. I forget the name of the show, but he was a detective dog who would go back in time and solve mysteries about books.
What's the story, Wishbone?
Oh,
It was basically reading Rainbow with a dog.
Correct.
Exactly.
interesting.
Which is
Positives of Wishbone are he clearly has a sense of adventure, which Patsy would love. She isn't well-traveled yet, but she would love to be. She's expressed. He's also very well-read. However, he does travel a lot. Also, the dog who played Wishbone is dead.
Oh, if maybe Patsy's into that kind of thing. I don't want to shame. I don't want to kink shame here. I don't think.
No.
You're young.
But just, I understand the sentiment. Indeed, it's difficult because we do need someone with a pulse.
Okay, I just thought dogs like bones. I don't know. That's what I was.
That's an excellent point. Yep.
And single girls can't always be so picky. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yep.
True.
Good. Really good thinking. Thank you. Next up, we have Steve from the popular program Blue's Clues. Now, on the positive side of Steve, he has worked with dogs in the past, and he does strike quite a nostalgic chord. However, he is a fictional character. Also, Steve technically quit the show several years ago and was replaced by another actor who portrayed Joey. And it was portrayed that Steve went to college. So in order for this to really work out, we would have to get the actor who played Steve to come out of retirement. We'd also have to talk with Nick Jr. to fire whoever is fulfilling the role of Blue's caretaker. And I don't feel comfortable breaking up that kind of contract. So ultimately, we've decided against Steve.
And we've also jumped to a whole nother species. We're just accepting human boyfriends.
Yeah, not Blue. But...
Absolutely. What we're really looking for is a life partner. We're not necessarily looking for someone to mate with. When I say mate, I mean more of a relationship mate.
Oh, got it.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I thought this was a sexual relationship.
Oh, no. No more babies.
That's not the only reason we have sex, but sure, got it.
That's true.
The only reason.
Next up, we have Michael. Now, Michael is a very successful actor, actually. And he's very gentle and almost submissive, which would be great for Patsy because she's clearly the dominant one in any relationship.
Oh, wow.
However, our downside with Michael is he is pretty famous. Does he have the time? Patsy's needy and she needs a lot. So ultimately, we said no to Michael.
Yeah, he's very busy.
Next, we have Brandon Scott. Brandon and Patsy have a lot in common. They're both from Baltimore City, so they have sort of a hometown bond. However, Brandon did just get a dog, and we don't want to have to fight for affection. Patsy is a one dog girl. And so were it not for Brandon just adopting a dog earlier this week, he would have been the perfect companion. Any questions so far?
I have no questions so far. I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, I'm very invested.
Great. Just stop me if you have anything that you need cleared up.
We will.
This is Barry. Barry has a lot of positives and is actually very much Patsy's type. He's very smart. He was the valedictorian of his class, and he has a good job. He works for Spotify. However, the downside of Barry is that he's currently married to a friend of Patsy's, which is her Auntie Kristen, and he also fathers 2 cats. And he's made it quite clear that he's a cat person. Also, with his good job, his wonderful wife, and his 2 cats, does he really have the time, energy, or space that Patsy deserves?
Yeah.
His wife is truly wonderful.
She is.
It's very true.
I just want to say that.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we had to say no.
Sorry, Bear.
It's fair.
Now, this one struck a chord. Major Biden is America's bad boy. He's recently been thrown off the property of the White House because he had 2 biting incidents. Well, guess who else has had biting incidents? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Patsy needs obedience training, and they could do it together. Now, how cute would this be? A story of reform, a story of 2 lost souls rescued from the streets, brought together to heal.
And dangerous, clearly.
Yeah.
Very Spike and Buffy kind of relationship.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
That's
wait. Sorry. Huh?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
What did you say? You don't need anyone else? You're fine with just the love of your parents?
Oh, no.
Oh, look at her coat. It is really shiny.
Oh.
Decided that she doesn't need anyone.
Are they wearing matching sweaters?
That's very
Of course they
adorable.
are. Of course they are. Yes.
Oh man.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you for attending this PowerPoint presentation. This presentation template was created by SlidesGo, including icons by Flat Icon and infographics and images by FreePic. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bravo, Hannah Jeffrey.
Yeah, you said you weren't going to teach us anything. You taught us how to love.
That's right.
Crying.
Yeah.
My eyes have been opened to the nature of dog love, how deep it can be, how widespread. I was closed-minded before. I'm open now.
I think a lot of people are. And there's a lot of people are quick to judge. They think, oh, it's immediately, oh, you want your dog to have sex with a person. No, I never said that.
Yeah.
I just
implied it.
I may have been implied, but it was never meant.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's what's important here. And so I just want to say thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hannah,
for letting me share.
you're thanking us.
Yeah.
We should be thanking you.
We thank you. Thank you so much, Hannah. We do have time for just one question very quickly. If somebody can come up with
what the hell do you put on that dog's coat? What? She looks like a disco ball.
She does it all by herself. We have literally, in the time we've had her for like 3 years, we've given her like 4 purposeful baths where we like give her shampoo. Everything else is just her. She takes incredible care of herself. She's amazing.
Beautiful.
Unreal.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hannah. Michael and Alicia, if you could very quickly send me just Facebook message or on the chat, send me your scores. I think Alicia, you kind of sent a score. Is that correct?
Yeah, I sent the scores in the chat to a private message. I don't know how to do.
I'm sending to you right now.
I'm 40.
Thank you so much, Michael. So
is that okay, Topher? I don't know how to send the Facebook message.
No, that's perfect. That is very perfect.
Thank you.
I'm going to you. Okay, there you go.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Michael.
You're welcome.
I am so full right now.
Yeah, I'm
I
full.
was not expecting.
Spiritually full.
While I tally up the scores, Michael and Alicia, if you could just give your thoughts on the whole process, that would be great.
Yeah, I just have to say really quick that I think we saw 3 very different types of PowerPoint presentations, and they each were like incredibly effective for what type of PowerPoint presentation they were. And as someone who went to college in the era of poster board and markers, I find it very impressive that you were able to speak so intelligently on your particular subjects on the computer.
We had slates and chisels when we got right. I want to say these PowerPoints gave me exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be dropped in. I wanted heart. I wanted meaning. Yes, I wanted to be blown away, and I was. I barely noticed the fonts and the color choices because the speakers were so just centered in their own being, their ikigai, if you will.
Perfect.
That's what I heard. I saw here.
You. Yeah.
Topher, do you have scores for us?
I do have scores for us. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could get Jenny, Alexa, and Hannah back on the screen, that would be lovely. Thank you all so much for your presentations were amazing, and we will go ahead and give the scores. First off, in third place, we would like to award third place to Jenny Van Osdol. So lovely, amazing, probably the most informational PowerPoint that I've ever had.
And it was not boring.
Not at all. It was not boring.
Really like learning about how Nazis are shit.
Exactly.
I'm writing the musical right now.
It's perfect. So I never know how to do the second and first place thing. Sometimes people just announce the first place because then the second place is kind of understood. But I'm going to give second place because she deserves her time.
Yes.
With 14 points. Thank you so much. Alexa Shuto, everybody.
Alexa.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Very good.
And now our final first place.
I have no idea who's going to win first place. I've never been so nervous.
Hannah Jeffrey, everybody.
Yeah. Why am I crying? What the fuck is going on?
Hannah,
You're surprised.
how does it feel to be PowerPoint Craig?
Oh my God, I totally forgot that I'm PowerPoint Craig.
You are.
Wow, it feels so good, guys. I had such a fuck of a week, and I got my period. Just a lot of misplaced hormones, but this is really nice.
Yeah. Thank you all so much. Hannah, thank you so much. Alexa, Jenny, Alicia, and Michael, thank you all so much for participating in Topher's PowerPoint party. We hope to see you again soon if Highwire lets me do this bullshit again.
Period.
Yes, and
Yes.
Hannah got her period.
Yes. Yes.
stay tuned for Pop Off,
Pop Off.
the game show. It's coming up next. Please watch it. Watch it, everybody. Thank you all very much. Bye-bye. Bye.
Stay woke, sheep.
Stay woke.